there was a lot about you, what I'm hearing, a lot about you that helped you to overcome. You had guardian angels, you had 9 lives, whatever you had. But there was someone else that came into your life that you told me once who saved you. And we're sitting in her house right now, and
her house,
or your house, excuse me,
our house,
your collective house. And you know, ever since I met you, I've seen, you know, Elaine at your side, and you know, you said something to me the other day that with the right partner in your life, you can go really far. You said, without her, I would be just some dude.
Yes, and I say that to this day. Without my wife, no way I would have accomplished what I've accomplished. I live a pretty good life. I'm pretty busy. I'm a very well-known trainer. My clients love me. And I've had clients that have been with me up to 12 years. I'm talking multiple clients. Been with me 12 years, 10 years, 9 years, 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
And then the newer ones, 3 years, 2 years. You know, so a lot of times when a client join me, you know, sign up with me, they stay with me for years. You know, I have a 78-year-old lady. I've been training, her name is Jean. I've been training her for 12 years. Excuse me. She said, I told her that the other day. She said, no, Dewey. March, it'll be 13 years.
13 years. You know, one of the things about your clientele, you seem to have a specific call to women's health or for women's health. Because what I understand is that your clientele is like 98% female.
Yeah.
And I think that's so amazing. I'm not sure if that's something that you set out to do, or you know, how did you come to focus, you know, so much on women?
Women are fun to train. I mean, women are fun to train, and when you get a female that's sincere and serious, I can actually change and chisel her body. You know, and that came from me putting females in bodybuilding shows. I've turned out a few pros that's just plain Jane, and now they became a pro competitor. You know, either in bodybuilding, figure, bikini. These are just different categories in the competitive world of weight training.
But is this something you sought out, or just you started attracting the women?
I guess from, you know, because that's just the way it happened. I guess for me training women and getting results, immediate results, and other women start seeing that. And just we created a domino. And then it created a domino effect. And I just, the women, like I said, they are so fun to train. You know?
So you train women in their 20s?
Teens,
30s?
No, teens.
Oh, back to teens. Okay, teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s,
and 70s.
70s. Okay. So 70, you mentioned her, Jean, 78.
I got a few clients in their 70s.
Yeah. So 78 is your oldest, youngest client. So what advice do you have for women who want to improve their health? And why is strength training, which is what you focus on the most, so important for women?
First of all, let me say this here. And this is fact. You can Google it. When we talk about the human anatomy and the different tissues, the 2 types of tissue that we talk about when it comes down to the body, we have something that's called muscle, and we have something that's called fat, adipose tissue, right? And everybody has a certain degree of each tissue on their body. So when you have 5 pounds of fat on your body, right, your body will burn about 20 calories in a 24-hour period. 5 pounds of fat, your body will only burn 20 calories in a 24-hour period. If you got 5 pounds of muscle on your body will burn up to 250 calories in that same 24-hour period. So,
why is that? Is it because the body is holding on to the fat?
No, because it takes energy and muscle that you put on your body, the more fat you are enabled to burn.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, the fat don't go anywhere and it can't just disappear. You got to take that fat and convert it to energy or fuel.
Mm-hmm.
If you want that fat to disappear off your body. And a lot of people say, well, I can't eat all these fatty foods. No, fat ain't gonna make you fat. Sugar make you fat. Fat can't turn to fat. You know why?
Why?
Because it's already fat. But sugar, carbs, starches can turn to fat.
So you see what Dewey's doing right now, and this is one of my favorite things when we're working out, is to listen to you start to talk about nutrition and anatomy. So, sometimes when we're finished with our workout, and always during, Dewey will give a lesson, about what's going on. And that's not something you formally trained in. I mean, you said you did a nutrition class when you were in prison.
I used to teach nutrition.
Right. So how did you become so knowledgeable? Like, I see you as a person who seeks out knowledge, but how did you become so knowledgeable in things that people take, college degrees to become an expert in?
Well, I did drop out in 8th grade. I talked to a lot of my clients because I train a lot of people in the medical field. I talk about from top of your worldwide surgeons, plastic surgeons, orthopedic surgeons. I mean, and I mess with them all the time. I say, man, you went to school for 15 years, and I can still tell you more about the human anatomy. I mess with them. They love me for that. But I had a lot of time. And once I started learning, when I was lifting weights, and I started training and I started growing, and I watched myself go from 147 to when I was 165 pounds, I thought I was a big motherfucker, man. At 165.
How much do you weigh now?
I weigh right now, I'm a fat boy. I weigh like 235.
Okay.
Are
you fat?
I call myself fat. Not really, but I call myself fat. So I went from 147 to 165, and I thought I was humongous. When I hit 200 pounds, you couldn't tell me shit. When I hit 220, forget about it.
Yeah.
And I was just so athletically inclined. I was like always the fastest guy on the compound, always the strongest. It was just so funny. Another big dude that come in the compound. Oh, big motherfucker! I heard you could bench 500 pounds. Get the weight room, I smoking. So I always held that reputation. But where did I get my knowledge from? It infused me. The more and more I learned, the more and more I got excited about it. So it was fun.
Yeah.
And then I used to go out and talk to the inmates about it, and they thought I was just the smartest motherfucker in the world. And then, like I said, I started teaching nutrition. Then I started training dudes in prison. I trained the mob. I trained senators. I trained some of them Charles boys out in Boston. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the boys out in Queens. Yeah, the Big G family.
Dewey is definitely someone who can walk with everybody.
Yeah,
that's something I really love about you.
One of my cellmates for about 4 years. His name was Ernie Muscarella. Google it. That's all I got to say. Google it.
Be careful with that.
Yeah.
I don't know him.
But he became like my father. The nicest dude in the world. I met his wife, Lynn, and when she died, I met his 2 sons.
So that's the thing about you. You're very personable, and one of your clients that you've mentioned already, actually, who's been training with you for 7 years, she said that you are passionate, dedicated, and genuine. And she said that you gave her the courage to step out of her comfort zone, and she ended up winning 2nd and 4th place in a bodybuilding bikini competition.
Yes.
And another, I have to say this one too. This was the client you mentioned who's 78. Dewey has kept me healthy and feeling younger than I am through exercise. This is really important. He is also a good friend who is always there when I need advice or someone to talk to. Dewey has helped me manage through some really rough life experiences.
Yeah.
So how does that make you feel when you hear that? I agree with everything.
My eyes are getting watery, man. I mean, no bullshit. That's crazy, right? And I ain't soft. Don't get it twisted. But my eyes are getting watery now because I take that to heart. You know, because these people believe in me. You know, so I can't let them down. You know, they just, you know, I just be me, and I don't have to pretend. You know, if people don't like the way I talk, fuck you, I'm sorry. If you don't like the way I look, fuck you, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. You know, but if you mess with Dewey, you're gonna get a genuine person that's real. He's not fake at all. You know, I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know, not only that, but I don't want you to call my name, but this what really hit me. I just got this text message the other day. Matter of fact, day before yesterday, and I want you to read this. And it's really, really, really cool, and it made me cry. Let me find it here. Hold on, I get it. Here you go, right here. Read that.
Thank you so much for working with the kids today. They are hooked. There was a lot of positive energy and chatter on the way home, and lots of gratitude. Mine is a little different. The context I didn't give you on Char, that must be the daughter.
Okay, don't call them names.
Sorry. The context that I didn't give you is on my child. She's home after 15 months, 3 months in a wilderness program, then a therapeutic boarding school in Arizona, which is where we could find a place that took our insurance. She struggled with some mental health issues. Sending her away was hard, but right. But now I am so impressed by her growth and strength, and I know she is on the right path. They are kind of getting to know each other again, or she's getting to know her friends again, and seeing my family work together made me so happy. So thank you for being part of their wellness journey. I won't send you any more long texts. I broke my first PR with this one. So this leads right into my next question about mental health. Because, you know, I've cried to Dewey on several occasions. Yeah. I've asked him why things feel so hard for me. Like I depend on Dewey for inspiration. Like, how can I get myself to a certain level? And what I wanted to ask is about the importance of mental health. Because, you know, I was watching a TED Talk the other day, and this guy said, you know, if you had a broken leg, you know, no one would say, oh, just get on with it. It's just all in your head. So mental health is something that many of us struggle with. So I wanted to ask, how important is mental health in comparison to physical health? And how do you help your clients to have good mental health? What's the connection?
Well, then again, that goes right back to biological. I'm utilizing biology. Mm-hmm. Because we, as human beings, human species, right, we are logical because we're emotional, mm-hmm. right? But if you think about it, we're really biological. And the reason why I say that is because our body produces certain hormones. And each hormone has a different effect. And I'm talking about what? Oxytocin.
Insulin.
No, not insulin.
What's one of you?
No, I'm talking.
Dopamine.
Dopamine.
Yes. Okay.
Endorphins.
Yes. Okay.
And serotonin. Mm-hmm. Okay. So each one of these hormones that we produce, right, create some type of effect to our body, mm-hmm. and people actually go to doctors to get drugs prescribed to them in order to control their emotions, right? And when it does, those prescription medicines releases certain types of hormones, give you that that generic makeup of what that real hormone is supposed to give you. In place of the hormone taking control, you take the medication. You know, and it's supposed to give you that same effect. What's the number one thing that will automatically produce each individual hormone to meet your expectations. It's exercise.
Why?
Why? Because if you think about it, dopamine. Dopamine is used for, say, you gotta hit a quota. Okay, you gotta hit a quota, and you hit that quota, right? You get excited. Yeah, right? Then you get the next quota, you hit that quota, yeah. So what's going on? Well, the drips of dopamine get you closer and closer and closer, right? And give you that drive to keep going. That's dopamine. Give you that weight so you want to push yourself. But once you get good and you understand, you ain't got to push yourself because you're doing shit that'll pull you. Now, which one you prefer? Do you prefer someone to pull you or you got to push yourself? But when you got your shit together and you're doing what you're supposed to do because you got the plan, you got the skills and the technique and the knowledge, right, and you put it to action, then it pulls you. Like I said, I don't want to chase money. I make it chase me. Not trying to sound all cocky or nothing, but I know what I have to do in order for that to happen.
So I know that I said to you the other day that it's my workout. I usually get up at 5:30 in the morning to work out. I'm a morning person, and it's like my favorite.
That's the time I meet you every morning.
Yeah, we meet every morning, and it's my favorite time of day because my mind is clear during that time.
Okay.
The only thing I'm thinking about is how I want to kill Dewey sometimes because it hurts so much, but I'm not thinking about the things that I'm worried about or my anxiety. So what's going on?
You're not worried about your what?
My anxieties.
Yeah, you know why? Why? Because you release
I have dopamine?
with dopamine and oxytocin. And you're utilizing endorphins. And all endorphins are is just obscure pain.
Yeah.
Obscure pain. You get that burn, you keep going, that's those endorphins kicking in.
Yeah. And it really has.
Like when you're running, and you don't feel your legs no more, but you're still going, that's the endorphins kicking in.
And it really has lifted my mental, along with the physical.
And you don't need the medication. All you need is doing and exercise.
So all you need is doing and exercise. I love that. So I have a more serious. Oh, we've been going almost 45 minutes. Okay, just a couple more questions. Your story is one of triumph that was preceded by a lot of trials and tribulation. And I think about how many people are incarcerated in this country. We have the highest incarceration rate of the OECD countries, and there are particularly a lot of young black men in prison who really are at the mercy of a system that would not see them succeed, would throw them away and let them languish in the system. So what would you say tonight to somebody who is on the verge of real hopelessness and they don't see a way out? What would you say to them?
Well, first of all, you got to believe. You got to believe, and if you know without a doubt there's no way out, and you utilize all your resources, then you're gonna have to adapt. You just have to adapt, and you keep pushing, poking, and strolling, and pushing, and then if you keep going, then something will break. I'm not a big religious guy. I believe in the universe. And when you think positive and you believe in the universe, man, let me tell you something. It opens up. The universe, a lot of people say, oh, God did this and God did that. Hey, I don't, okay, great. But that's what you believe in. So I respect what you believe in, But I'm gonna believe in the universe, man. The universe is very powerful. The universe is so powerful. And also the power of your words and what comes out. Now when I'm talking about the universe, if you look at us, if you look at your body, you're made out of what? One big ball of energy. And we're walking on a ball of energy. What is the universe? What is the universe? One big ball of energy. The earth is energy. And our body's made of protons, electrons. And you are definitely a huge ball of energy. Yeah. So what's your greatest fear? My greatest fear is is, oh man,
Hmm.
my greatest fear, I would say, me leaving before my wife and she's not taken care of. You know, and I think about that because I just want to make sure she's okay if I go before her. Because I don't care nothing about nothing else. I mean, her and my dog Titan.
She's the love of your life.
She's more than the love of my life.
Mm.
You know, and she's strong, and you know, and she's strong, and she believed in me. You know, and it was a crazy story about the way we met. She was my third client. You know, we've been come March next year, we've been together 13 years. You know, and it's just incredible for what she has instilled in me. You know, and that's the only woman that I know that was able to control me.
And put up with you.
Yeah.
Good job, Elaine.
You know, I mean, but if you ask my wife, she'll tell you I'm the best person on earth.
I would believe
You know,
her.
yeah, I mean, because my wife don't wish for nothing. You know, and it's kind of cool that, you know, I'm able now that I can support my wife. And we do pretty good, you know, not the best. I mean, I lost the my gym because of COVID, but like I said, I was able to adapt.
Right. And get back on your feet.
You
And
know, and you know, and to make ends meet, and the things are only going to get better.
Yeah.
You know?
What's your greatest weakness?
My greatest weakness? I don't know. I got tons of weakness. You know, I got tons of weakness, man. My greatest weakness.
You don't have to have one.
Yeah, I got tons of them. Because last night I got up at about 10 o'clock and went out and got me and my wife a pint of ice cream.
Okay. So all of you out here, it's okay. It's okay to eat a pint of ice cream every once in a while. Is that what you're saying?
You know, I mean,
we all have our place.
I went to the store just for that. It was about 10:30 at night. And I got her fish food, and I got me my $100 of butter pecan.
And you were happy for the moment.
I was thrilled. I was flabbergasted.
So I think you already touched on this, and I'm about to close up, but you know, the key to changing your life when you don't see a way out. And that's right before you're avoiding the depths of despair and hopelessness. So I think you said the word adapting. So, you know, because this year was so difficult for so many people, and now we're going into 2021, which everyone is saying, oh, we can't wait, it's going to be better, but 2021 will be a year of dust settling. We don't know what to expect. We never do. So, in closing, what would you say to people to keep strong and to keep moving forward? What would be your advice?
First of all, you gotta have a plan, and you can't be lazy. You got to put your plan together, and your plan have to make sense. And I'm a firm believer in a lot of great speakers. They said, well, Les Brown, he said, always aim high, and don't mind missing. Instead of aim low and hit.
I like that.
You know, so you want to create a plan. Once you create the plan, let it make sense. And then you put that plan in action. You know, and by putting any plan to action, you're gonna get some kind of result. You know, and a lot of people out here like, oh, I'm gonna do this, or I wanna become a personal trainer, or I'm an entrepreneur, I'm gonna start my own business. A lot of people wanna start their own business because they fear that they're gonna make a whole bunch of money. Shit don't work that way.
Mm-mm.
It don't work that way. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of hours that you have to make something work. Like when I got my first storefront, because when I came home from prison in 2009 after being incarcerated for 8 years, you know, on that last bit, you know, think about it, I didn't have no credit. I had zero credit. I was a ghost. You know, so It took time, which my wife, Elaine, she helped me build my credit, you know, until I got my credit up to in the mid eights, you know. But that took time. You know, I started out with a $500 secured credit card. I went from that to a fucking platinum American Express with no limit. You know, but I had a plan, you know, and I have a plan now, you know, from when we move forward.
What's next for you?
What's next for me? Like I said, I'm 58 years old. I like this Zoom thing I'm doing. I like the hybrid that I put together because I created a little small home studio. And right now, just to keep changing lives, you know, keep changing lives. As long as I've got the strength and health in me to keep doing that, I think people are going to keep looking out for me, you know, as well as the universe. Because like I said, the universe has really been awesome to me. Some people say, oh, that's the Lord Jesus Christ. Some people, oh, that's the Almighty God. You know, look what God do for you. Look how good God is to you.
Maybe it's both.
You know, I'm going to say the universe.
Maybe it's both.
Maybe it's both.
Well, Julia, you have definitely changed my life. And I know I've brought some other people to you, and you're changing their lives.
Yes.
And I am just, you know, COVID allowed me to be able to work out virtually because I couldn't be in the same city.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's
so
awesome.
I just want to thank you for being the person that you are. I think that the path that you've come through, you came here to touch people's lives and make a difference, and you're certainly doing that. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And I want to say something as well, guys, as Julie Hackett. I did choose her, and I have multiple people that I could have got to do this. And this is not the last time that you're going to see us together in this type of setting. I'm also in the process of writing a book. And she's is the one that's going to be assimilating it. Get to see some more of her work, guys. So I'm going to say thank you, Julie, for coming to my home during this time of, I don't know, this hell of a virus is going around. And to share your time with me. I most definitely appreciate it. I hope you all got a little glimpse of what I talk about, what I'm about. And there's a lot more to come. And we just didn't want to, divulge a whole bunch of stuff because there's so much more. And I want to give it to you. My life was exciting. You know, I sit back and
it definitely was.
You know, I mean, hell, man. And before I leave, I'm not going to call my wife in here because she can't walk right now. She had surgery on her foot, so she's down and out. But I want to give her a big shout out to my beautiful wife, Elaine Fanning, aka Miss Plate Doctor. Y'all notice you haven't seen her on Sundays because she had her toe fused up. But without her, it wouldn't be no Admiral. You know, and she's the one that believed in me, stood by me, and just been my body armor. You know, and with her standing beside me, you know, I was invincible. You know, and she gave me all the confidence and drive. So I will say that, you know, I give a lot of credit to my wife. Yes, I do take a lot of credit on my own, but
it takes a good woman.
Yeah. She wasn't just a good woman, she's a strong woman. Don't get it twisted. That little 115-pound lady, she might be small, but she's powerful. You know, and I love her. I love her more than anything on this earth. So I love you, honey. And we're going to end this because I got one more client. As you always tell me, go get that money. Go get that money.
That's right. Sorry. Thank you, Dewey.
Thank you, Julie. Hey, guys. Hey, I hope you all enjoyed this 1 hour of talk. You know, and we just, like I said, nice little chat with Julie and I. This is my girl here. She was up in Africa for 4 years, then back down to New York and Baltimore. She go from New York to Baltimore. So, and I can't wait to meet Bubba tomorrow.
Yes, that's my 5-year-old who always works out with us, by the way.
Yes, I have a little present for him too. Right? So, hey man, so any closing words, Julie?
Inspiration is what I feel, and I'm going into 2021.